Students, to your computer class. So in the previous class we are discussing about services of internet, in which we have seen the internet, information about internet, and the protection on the web. What are the protection we should keep while surfing on the net? Next, entertainment on the web, as like YouTube, different media players are there. All the entertainment which we can do, like watching movies, listening music, videos, news, many more things we had seen. So without wasting time, we are just focusing on the next topics. So coming to the textbook, you have seen this entertainment on the web, like digital music file, MP3, online music store, music service, and listening to music. And the last was one, YouTube. It is a video sharing service that is one of the most popular sites on the web. YouTube offers tens of million videos, as well as movie trailers, commercials, clips from TV shows, and much more. These all things we watch on YouTube. You use the YouTube site to start a video clip, and YouTube streams the video to your computer. If you have digital movie or animation that you would like to share with the world, you can upload the file to YouTube. Like we are uploading our teaching videos on YouTube for you to see. You can also upload videos if you want to share some information, or you are making some videos about some topics. So to upload videos, you need to create a free YouTube account or sign in with your Google account if you have one. So for this you need a YouTube account or a Google account. Now next is sharing photos on the web. Till now we have seen the protection on the web, entertainment of the web. Now sharing photos on the web. You can share your digital photos with friends, family, and even strangers after signing up with a photo sharing site, which enables you to upload digital photos that can then be viewed, rated, tagged, or commented upon by other people. Like on Facebook, you need to upload the photos and you get a comment and likes. There are some photo sharing sites where you have to just log in, signing up, which enables you to upload the photos, and there the people view, rate your photo, tag yourself or your friends, comment upon them by the other people. The most important consideration while deciding which photo sharing site to use is how much storage space you get on the site. Okay, the site is providing you how much space for the storage of your photo. That is most important. So you can get free accounts from many photo sharing sites, but for a less storage space. They will not provide you a vast space to store your photo. To get more storage space, more features, you can also upgrade to a paid account, that is called premium account, premium membership. They ask you to buy yearly, monthly, quarterly membership, because digital photos are often quite large, and the more storage space you have, the more photos you can upload to the site. So for free accounts, most photo sharing sites offer between 100 MB to 1 GB storage. Okay, almost all sites offer you to purchase more storage space. So the first one is a Flickr, and second one is Picasa Web Albums. Okay, these two are there. Flickr, www.flickr.com. It is currently the most popular photo sharing site. Flickr allows you to edit your photos, organize them into albums, create cards and books, and control the viewers of your photos. Means these this site allows you to edit your photos. You can organize them in the albums also. You can take your photo and create a card, books, and control the viewers of your photos. A free Flickr account enables you to upload 1000 GB of photos. Remember this, okay? 1000 GB of photos, not 1, 2, 3. Okay? 1000 GB. You can upgrade to a pro account also, which is paid account, and that offers unlimited uploads and storage. So if you are visiting on flickr.com, then you have the free storage of 1000 GB of photos, and next you have to purchase a pro account for that, for the unlimited use and storage. Now next one is Picasa Web Albums. Picasa Web Albums means picasaweb.google.com is a Google's photo sharing site. You can upload your photos in Picasa, and anybody can subscribe to your photo albums, and you can control the downloading and printing of your photos. A free Picasa account gives you 1 GB of storage space. Okay, see here 1000 GB and there 1 GB only. You can upgrade your storage for a nominal fee, a very small amount of fee, which is reasonable. You have to pay and you will get a pro account. I hope clear to you all the sharing photos on the web. Now next is web app. A web app is an application stored on a web server. Web app is an application stored on a web server, and that you access through a browser. You can interact with web apps directly at a website. Sometimes it referred to us as the host. Web app host usually provides storage for your data and information on their services known as cloud storage. Okay, they provide a space where we can store our data, and that is on the cloud. Okay, they have a special area and place. Okay, so cloud storage. So these are the application we access through a browser, and we can interact web apps directly on a website, and they have a storage your data information on their servers, which is known as cloud storage. Many web app hosts provide free access to their software. Others offer part of their web app free and charge for access to a more comprehensive program. Many include advertisement in the free version and charge for an advertisement free version. Google Docs is the example of web app. Okay, so Google is providing you for just saving your documents or writing your documents. These are the web app, and these advertisements are free version, but after that they charge for an advertisement of free version. After using 1 month trial or 10 days trial, they ask for purchasing. If you don't purchase, you can't able to access it. Okay, so these are web app. Next is social networking. You are very much familiar with the word social networking. It is a service on the internet that enables you to connect with people who share similar personal or professional interests. So this is a platform which providing you the service that enables you to connect with peoples with similar personal or professional interest. On most social networking sites, the members are connected to each other as friends, friends of friends, and so on. As you meet with one person on the net, then you remember, oh, this person is connected to another this person, you click and sends a friend request, mean friend of friend, and so on. The chain starts to continue. And if you are interested in participating in these types of social networking sites, you should understand what social networking is all about. What social networking is all about. The main purpose of using social networking sites is to keep track of what is going on in the lives of friends, families, colleagues, especially the people whom you don't meet regularly. Okay, social networking site is keeping track of what is going on in the lives of friends, family, and colleagues, especially the people whom you do not meet regularly. What happened? See, we all are busy nowadays very much in our work. We don't get time to meet with the peoples. So what happened? Social networking site is providing us a platform where we can meet with our friends, family, colleagues, or the peoples whom we cannot meet regularly. Okay, we can see each other, we can send text messages, we can see their daily activities because they are updating themselves, their photos, where they are going, means we are getting information about their daily lives, what the things are going in their lives. Someone is means some people are sitting at home and doing parties, somewhere are going for the picnic spots, traveling, so they capture their picture and send to the social networking sites, and there we see them and find, oh, you moved to this place, oh, you are doing party, click like, comments, these all things we are able to do. It also help us to expand the circle of friends and business contacts. Like, see, if one person is your friend and he is connected to another person, and that person you don't know, but after some time you send a friend request to make his or her your friend, and some business contacts are also there, that business people also connect each other with the reference to the other person. So social networking is one of the web's most popular pastimes, with sites such as Facebook and MySpace. Nowadays you see Facebook is very much popular and MySpace boasting over 100 million members each. See, 100 million. Can you imagine? Million members each. Okay. So there is a social networking site which providing this platform. Now next one is blogging. What is blogging? So blogs are known as web blogs. Okay. There are over 100 million blogs on the web. Blogging is an exciting and dynamic medium by which you can publish your ideas, opinions, stories online. If you want to give any ideas, any stories, any opinions regarding any topic, you have a blogging. A web blog is there. You can create your own blog and write on the blog, and people used to see that, read that, your stories, your ideas, even some article you are writing about some topic. So with millions of blogs available on the internet, you can read what others have published, because after writing you publish it so the other people can read it. So a blog is a website that consists of a frequently updated collection of information and entries. Most blogs focus on a particular topic or subject area. If you are finding out a blog on some topic, what happened? They will show that different blogs are there. Although in a majority of blogs, the subject is the person writing the blog. Okay, the person who is writing the blog is a subject, and the entries that appear on a blog are called post. Okay, so the person who is writing the blog is a subject, and the entries that appear on the blog are called post, and the act of publishing a blog is called a posting. So a single person who maintains many blogs is known as blogger. Remember this word. Okay, a single person who is maintaining many blogs is known as blogger. Some of the main blog hosting services are blogger.com, typepad.com, and Twitter. Twitter is also a type of blog. Okay. So I hope you all are getting and have understood these two topics, blogging and social networking. Now coming to the next topic, WhatsApp Messenger, which you use it and even know it. WhatsApp Messenger is a mobile messaging app available for smartphones, okay, Android phones, we can say. WhatsApp uses your phone internet connection to message and call friends and family, okay. So it uses your phone's internet, as you already know. If you don't have an internet connection, WhatsApp doesn't work, to message and call friends and family. By using WhatsApp, you can send and receive messages, okay, calls, photos, videos, and voice messages. So very helpful. Nowadays, it is easy to send video, audio, photos, voice messages, calls to other people, because like WhatsApp, many other apps are there. You can enjoy group chats with your contacts. You can easily stay in touch with your friends or family. Means you can enjoy group chats with your contacts, and you can easily stay in touch with your friends and family and those who are in your contact, the family members, the friends. No barriers are there. You can easily contact them. You can also send and receive WhatsApp messages right from your computer browser. That is called web WhatsApp. If you are not having an Android phone, you can directly WhatsApp the messages through web WhatsApp. Okay. Now, next, let's see what is there in updating your knowledge. Today, people rely on technology to create, store, and manage the critical information. Thus, it is crucial that users take measures to protect and safeguard their computers, mobile devices, data programs from loss and damage or misuse. See, it is a good thing that people are really rely on a technology. They are using freely the technology, but they are forgetting that protection is also necessary. Don't give your personal information on the net if it is not secure. A digital security risk is in any event or action that could cause a loss of or damage to computer mobile devices, hardware, software, data and information and processing capability. The term cybercrime refers to online and internet-based illegal acts such as distributing the virus and committing identity theft. Cybercrime is what? Someone is stealing your information from your computer, hacked your passwords, your ATM pin numbers, okay, sending viruses to your computer through online. So these are cybercrime, illegal activities done on internet. Okay. Next, video conferencing. I hope I don't have to explain this much because you all are using it. Okay, video conferencing. We are doing online classes through this. A video conference is a meeting between two or more geographically separated people who use a network or the internet to transmit audio or video data. Like we are using our internet to communicate with the children, and children are using their own internet for communicating the teacher. So it is a meeting between two or more geographical separated people who use a network or the internet to transmit audio, video, data. Essentially, it is a live connection between people in multiple locations that provides full motion video images and high quality audio. Okay. So multiple locations, you are sitting somewhere else in a village also, you can take an online class if you are having a good internet connection. Full motion video images also and a high quality audio. You hear the clear voice. Okay. So for this all you need is a video conferencing software and multimedia computer. So along with a microphone